think people need to go back to the factory setting. What went wrong? And I'm yet I'm sure as can be, that God is on the throne. And He is God. But when you get wrong leadership, you suffer. Are we not reminded by some famous American ambassador called John Newcastle that choices have consequences? Some of the consequences are very difficult to fathom. But we allow us, AIC, African Inland Church here, when I come to this place, I always remember Musyoka, because I know the efforts he made to make this place what it is today. A true believer of a president that time, we didn't have a lot of those things. We had other difficult things, as Charity Ngilu will say. She was demonstrating those days. But compared to what we have seen in Charity, this is unacceptable. Do we still have a country? Yes, of course. We have our borders defined, a sovereign republic called Kenya. We are all proud citizens, but something is grossly wrong. I've seen some social media, but I hope there are media people here who can tell the correct story. Some of us are so clear in our minds that there's nothing called government of national unity. All that Kenya Kwanza did was to poach 4 members, or is it 6 now, from ODM, and taken together ODM members, because this is also very important, a new massive passion for these things, does not amount to government of national unity. So, the Honorable Raila Odinga has been our leader of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. He sought to come and explain to his colleagues what happened. So that picture you see in the social media is just that, nothing more. And we're able to explain to Raila that we cannot, some of us, cannot imagine joining what they're calling government of national unity, because one, it is not, and secondly, we have purposely chosen to to be with the Kenyan people. And our yes is yes, our no is no. We say, as Azimio, we are not boarding, we are not joining. So those guys who joined there have done it on their own, and I think ODM have taken the time to explain. They will have a lot of explaining to do for sure. But the rest of us are very clear that we are not joining that administration. And so I thought I could take this opportunity because it's a matter that is troubling a lot of people. There are some saying, oh, Kalonzo cannot stand without Raila. Please spare us. We have stood before. We've been misunderstood before. We have absolutely no intention of joining William Ruto's government. But we wish them well. Because again, we are commanded unto in Romans that we pray for those in authority, even if they're in authority illegally. Like one time, Dada of Uganda, he was in authority of some kind. But we must collect ourselves and think straight and act straight. I have said that what the young Kenyan leaders have done, styled Gen Z, is amazing. It's actually shaken the whole world. Because young people armed with a bottle of water, a telephone, and a Kenyan bandera, national flag, the symbol of our unity, went out there And then, of course, other people panicked and brought in the goons. I also experienced some men in black. I had a men in black experience, which still I cannot quite understand. Yeah, so these things we must understand are important. The change that the Gen Z have brought is irreversible in terms of governance. They don't even want to be in government of national unity. They just want you people in authority to follow the Constitution so that we can all live peaceably with each other. I thought I could say those words, and I was going to address the media outside, but I wanted people to know that our brother Raila came to explain those things, and we agreed that Azimio will stay as Azimio. Opposition is important now, more than ever before, and a very strong opposition. And as he goes to the African Union, we are holding forth unapologetically for the good of this nation. And so that dear ones like Mercy will rest in God's presence, knowing what they have left behind